Welcome to ePathashala. We are now going to talk about Marudam. What is Marudam? Marudam is nothing but agricultural land, which is the backbone of our life actually. We need agricultural product to live. We need rice, we need millets, we need vegetables, we need everything in town for us to live. We need all this material. And how did our forefathers did their cultivation? How did they do their irrigation? How did they manage their cattle stock? How did they build their houses? On what kind of material? How did they store their material? How did they cook their materials to eat? How did they spend their free time? How did they sell their products? These are all the things which were very, very essential in this particular assignment of Marudam. But when we talked about earlier Kurinji or Mullai, where they are selling their hill product, people go there and then normally there is an exchange. You give your material to them and they give their material to them. You will interchange the materials so that you will have all the materials with you for your cooking, regular cooking purposes. Here, how they did their agricultural activity is more important, which has been given, and then houses built on those styles, and their storage yards like Pattayam and all, how they build their Pattayams. Pattayam is a granary, how they store the grains inside the house, and what are the methodology adopted for them to store the grain for a longer period, even in case of famine or no monsoon failure. They will have the food to eat, and how do they do their rain harvesting? What are the benefits of farm ponding? All those things were there in this particular assignment. You can go through them in detail and enjoy. On the continuation of genetic park, we have the third park called as Marudam. Marudam is nothing but an agricultural land. Agriculture is a backbone of India. Our main food, is come from agriculture only. Marudam, as I was telling about agricultural field and related land area known as Marudam. The people of Marudam mainly do agriculture only. But apart from agriculture, how do they live? Their activities, their sales, all those things need to be taken into account for the designing of this particular landform. The major seasons, Marudam, basically people work mostly on the rainy seasons, and on summer, they more of so they go into the temple renovation or public work like we call it Maramat, which is nothing but desilting of lakes and waterways. All these activity will be taken up during the non-agricultural activity days, so that a man does not rest on himself or do nothing, sit in the house. So we have temple activity, we have a social activity, then you have your own business activity. So this way, entire activity has been planned by our elders, so that man doesn't sit idle in the house, and if you are going to sit idle in the house, you are going to quarrel. So those things will not happen, because around the year you have something or other happening around you. And even the rice harvesting or paddy harvesting, you have to first take it out to their different storage locations. We call them Pattayam. And then every 3 months you have to remove it from Pattayam, make it in the sun, and then put it back with again your ginger leaves, neem leaf, all these things, so that pest won't attack your storage. So these kind of things are there, and so that you have activity around the year. So that is more important for every person. Then we are talking about your flowers. You have lilies, lotus, Lagestromia species. These are all the plant material during the Sangam period. We call them flora. Then we have Fanna is basically your cow, bullock, buffalo, you have oxen, you have Otteri, Nirnai is their dog. Then this is a typical house for them. How they have to live in a house. So those days, they baked the tiles from their own agricultural clay soil, and they build their houses in a different style. Then their culture, and then their playing equipments. And again, we have a god as Indran as a god. People are called as Ulavar, food as sennel, rice and other thing. Their animals, buffalo, which they worship, we have called as buffaloes. We have Matu Pongal, we call that. People love their animals, so they worship the animals on a particular day every year. Then you have flowers, lily, lotus, trees as Kanchi, Marudai, birds are there, crane and water hen. The village is there. Their water is basically well or pond or river from where they get the water to the agriculture field. And they have parai, yard, pan. Their occupation is again agriculture. Their activity basically, as I was telling earlier, is basically rainy season. Balance season, they have to do activity on the social level. And this is the site comprising of roughly around 25 acres of land, which is in Kumbakonam in Tamil Nadu. This place called as Sakotai. Sakotai is basically agricultural land only. So in agricultural land, we are going to show agriculture only, because we can't show anything else. So this is the landform available with a rain harvesting pond there. And when the photograph was taken, it was during the summer period. So you have a dry patch of land available for you to do cultivation during the rainy season. These are all their temple, small temple is there, and then their walkway or bullock cart way. And then you have the master plan shows children's play area. Sangam period trees and other plant species are planted. Existing farm pond is there, and you have one rivulet which has been created. Then you have a mango orchard. Then you have agricultural land. Then entrance plaza with parking. Then their village. Village means in the present day context, it is going to be a accommodation for the tourist. So whatever you do, it's ultimately you have to create some places for the people to stay also and enjoy what you are talking about is. So overall plan. You have a rivulet running, farm pond is there, different plant materials are there with agricultural land around. Then this is an entrance archway. So you have to have something different. You are talking about agriculture. So you have bullock cart as an entrance archway, and with the plows stood all around, so that you need that kind of a setting, for the people to come and enjoy, with coconut trees in the entrance, with locally baked tiles as a ticket booth. So this is a kind of an idea which I had for this purpose. Then we have genetic park. We have their activities. So they have the poem singing about the lily pond and then setting up of agricultural land around the water body. Then we are talking about, we already spoke about the entrance. Then you have talking about the water body, and then trees in the upper level, and then cranes are coming up, and fish is waiting to eat a mango fruit from the tree. So you have ecology, talking about an ecology, We were now only talking about more so ecology, more so your environment, everything. This was there 2,000 years back. Our forefathers knows everything about it. So you have the ecological cycle is happening here. People are there, fruit is there. From food it comes to fish, fish will eat. See, it's a cycle will happen here. So all those things have been shown as a song here. Then you have children's play area, again usage of natural materials. Then how did they do the water harvesting in those days? We have bullock cart pulling the rope, and then water from the upper level fall into the channel. From channel it goes to the different locations for the harvest, for the agriculture purpose. So you can understand what type of irrigation method adopted by them. Of course, again you have their agricultural activities. Here people are showing more on cows doing their, buffaloes doing their activity. People are planting the seedlings. Again, a man trying to weed away the flowers to protect his field from birds eating all the grains. It's not flowers, I was telling you about the birds. He is trying to scare the birds. Then you have their harvesting method, how to take the rice out of the hay. And you have a song for that. A proper setting has been created with the people doing all this work there. So when you go into this particular area of the garden, you can see these paintings are there. Of course, this activity also will take place, but only during the 2 seasons or 3 seasons, depends on the water availability. Then you have a jackfruit tree. You have a betel nut palms are there. You have sugar canes are there. Bananas are there. Mango tree is there. So you have very rich, highly fertile land is there, so that people use them for their livelihood. Then their houses, mud houses, how they build their mud houses, how they do the roofing. You have the ladder to climb up, so that people store the grains and other things in the upper level. Or that hole which you see, is used for dumping the rice, the paddy from the upper level. They pull out the paddy from the lower level and give it for milling. Then they can have their food from their houses. Then we are talking about the local plant material. We have Lagastromia, we have Ficus bengalensis, religiosa ficus, Behonias are there. Then you have lot of local plant materials are used. Again, local plant materials in different varieties. Then you have the meeting with the collectors, meeting with the different agencies involved in this particular project. So you have to take everybody into confidence, and then take their suggestions, take their ideas into your design, then design the whole thing. So that is more important. So this is the overall plant, and then plant material for the Marudam purposes. And we call Stralavriksham as terminalum, Marudamaram we call it in Tamil. We have different activities, the sculptures, grains, lilies, then birds, animals, their way of water harvesting, irrigation networking, their houses. These are all the cottages available for us to stay there. Then solar panel, the modern technology used to harvest the current from the solar. Then different paddy and sugar cane plant materials. Then rabbit, growing them. Marudam is an agricultural land. So people have to do agriculture and take out their paddy, grains, vegetables, everything from the land. So how did they do and how did they sell them was done here, and people use them. And what are the kind of cattle they use, how did they manage the cattle, and how did they use the cattle for their benefits. This is what is being told in extensive in this particular garden or land development. And we had a very interesting guidance from Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, who is a far more scientist and a Nobel Prize, expected Nobel Prize man with such a huge knowledge on the agricultural product. We have been blessed with the guide from him. So you can really enjoy this kind of exercise and then learn from what was there in the past. You should never forget the past. Past will always give our education, everything, give rise to the future. Thank you.